Hello and welcome to the channel, and in this walkthrough I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu 22.04.2. I'll be doing it in a VM, so I'll show you how to upload an ISO, I'll show you how to create a VM, then I'll show you how to actually install Ubuntu, then we'll set up SSH through PuTTY and log in through that way, and we'll update and upgrade Ubuntu. Once that's all done, in the following walkthroughs after that, I'll show you how to install WordPress, Nextcloud and Samba Share. Okay, so first, what we'll need to do is download the Ubuntu ISO file. So go to their website, go to Downloads, click on Get Ubuntu Server, and then click to download it. I'm not actually going to download it because I've already downloaded it. So once you've downloaded it, come back to ESXi, go to Storage, click on the storage location you want to put it. If you've only got one, you can put it there, or you can create new ones if you wish by creating a new data store if you've got the hard drive space. I'm going to do mine in here, so I'll click on that, then click on Data Store Browse, click on Create a Directory. We call it ISO. Click on that directory, then click Upload. Then go to where your Ubuntu is, which mine is here. Click on that. Okay, so let that upload, and once it's done, I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, that's now done. So what we can now do is create the virtual machine. So go to Create Register a Virtual Machine. New machine, click Next, give it a name, we'll call it Ubuntu Linux, doing the 64-bit version. I'm saving my VMs. We'll give it 4 CPUs, give it 16 gig of memory, don't worry about that. And you'll need at least 25 gig of hard drive space. In future walkthroughs, we will show you how to add a hard drive to this and increase the LVM and add a hard drive just for separate storage. So then come down to CD, click on that, click Data Store ISO file, go to where you uploaded your ISO, which was in this folder here, ISO. There it is. So click on that and select, then click Next, and then you can check this through if you wish, but it'll all be correct. Click Finish. That VM will now be created. So if you now go to VMs, there it is at the bottom, Ubuntu. So click on that. And this is the virtual machine that we're going to use to install Ubuntu on. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll need the terminal window. So we'll click on, in this case, the penguin. But if you just click the power on button up here, although the machine will power on, you won't actually see what's going on properly. So you need to really click this one here. And as you can see, the window opens up. And we want to install, so press Enter. Okay, the installers are ready to go, so we need to, for ourselves, arrow down to the UK and press Enter. I always recommend having the most up-to-date versions of everything, so we'll arrow up for Update the new installer, press Enter, allow it to do its bit. Okay, we're now in the new updated version of the installer. Our layout keyboard is UK and our variant is UK, so we're all good, so we'll press Enter. We just want to install the Ubuntu server. We don't need to do anything different, we don't need to minimize, we want it box standard as is, so just press Enter. Okay, at this point we can change the IP address. So what you need to do is arrow up to ENS160 or whatever yours might say. Press enter. Arrow down to IP4 and then click enter again. Go to manual, click enter. Arrow down. Now you need to put in your subnet here. I'm behind a hardwired firewall, so my IP address is 10.0.1.0/24. You're possibly on a home router, so yours is probably something like 192.168.1.0/24. But find out what your IP range is, and it'll be a 0/24 at the end. So mine's 10.0.1.0/24. Then I want to put in the address that I want this one to run off, so we'll put in 10.0.1.81, and my gateway is 10.0.1.1. Yours is probably 192.168.1.1. Then any name servers. Basically, do the Google one first, which is 8.8.8.8. You can do a comma space and do their backup one, which is 8.8.4.4, and then do a comma and then add Cloudflare just to be safe, which is 1.1.1.1. Don't need a search domain, so just keep coming down to save. Click save. That's applying. Okay, that's all been applied. Okay, we can see now it says a static IP address of 10.0.1.81/24, so it means every time this resets, the IP address won't change now. So arrow down to done and press enter. We're not behind a proxy wall or anything, so just press enter. Now on this bit it's all a bit weird. You have to wait for this mirror location is being tested bit to finish. Kind of doesn't really tell you it's finished, so you kind of get some text and you think it's finished, you press enter, but it carries on, so you just got to kind of wait. We'll see what happens. Okay, it says it's passed all the tests, so it says it's still reading package list, but I don't know. I just press enter at this point and see what happens. It's gone, so we'll carry on. Right, at this point we're now doing the disk partitioning. This is where if we have different hard drives there, we can set them all up here and now, but we're going to do that later on. But here we'll just use the entire disk, and we're not going to bother encrypting it either, so don't worry about that unless you really want to encrypt your data, but this is only a home lab, so we're not too worried. There's no real data there. So we'll come all the way down to done and press enter. That's what the configuration is that it's going to end up doing to the hard drive. There's not a lot we can really do about it, so we'll just go with it. Press done. You have to confirm that you're happy with that with the hard drive, because you lose all your data, so arrow down to continue and press enter. You need to set up a user, so I'll set mine up as me. Server name, we'll just call it a Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Username will just be Simon, and then pick yourself a strong password and repeat it. Once you've done that, arrow down to done and press enter. Okay, at this point you could set up a Ubuntu Pro. If you want to do that, you would need to set up an account and things, so I'm not going to do that here and now. But you can do that later on once it's all installed anyway, so don't worry about it. So just make sure it's checked for skip for now and press enter to continue. We do want to install OpenSSH server, so we can put it into this using SSH. So press spacebar to put an X and then arrow down. Don't worry about identity, just keep going down to done and then press enter. Okay, at this point we could pre-install some packages, like you can see there's Nextcloud, but the only problem with Nextcloud on doing it this way is it puts it into a snap container. Now, although that's nice and easy to do, it has problems with SAMP share, So when I do the next cloud setup and the further walkthroughs, I'll show you how to do it a different way that allows connection to SAM shares and extra things. Okay, so just basically arrow down, skip all this, all the way down to done, and press enter. And let it do its bit. It should now install. Okay, that's now installed. You might have noticed halfway through it started doing an update, which you'll be able to see if you read up on the comments there. You could have cancelled and rebooted at that point, but with all these things it's best to let it update and do all the latest installments, and it is all the security, so as you noticed I just let it run. But now it's all installed, you can arrow down and go to reboot now and press enter. Okay, just press enter, don't worry about the error. Okay, that's it, all up and running, installed. You need to leave it, as you can see now. It will do some updates. It does need to set up SSH, so just let it do all these updates. So as you can see, it's finished. So if you were to press enter, you'll see that you've got the login screen. But as I say, we're going to SSH into this. So what we can do now is close this down, as in the terminal window. Go to PuTTY. Put in your IP address. For me it was 10.0.1.81 and click open. There we go, just accept and we're in. So type your username, mine was Simon, and your password, and you should be in. We'll just open this up a bit. There we go, we can see we're in. So now we're in, what we'll do is we'll do an update and an upgrade. You can do this all in one line, but we'll do it separately. And you'll need to do sudo, and it's apt.update. Press enter. Because you're doing sudo, you have to give it your sudo password, which is just your password. Okay, now I'll look through for any updates needed. Okay, as you can see, there's 63 packages that can be upgraded. So what we'll do then is sudo apt upgrade, and what we'll do is -y, so it will automatically do yes when we need to, and just let that install. Being 63 packages, it may take a little while. Okay, there we go. We've now updated all the packages, and what's come up now is some of the services need to be restarted. So what it wants to do, it wants to check with us that some of them, if we restart them, it will cut the service to other services. So it wants to make sure that we're not doing anything important, like doing a backup or a transfer or anything like that before we restart the service. But also we're not, it's a fresh install, so all the ones that haven't got a star in, you can press a space bar on and put a star in, and then arrow down, press space bar, arrow down, press space bar, arrow down, and again. And then just press enter to say you can restart all those packages. And there we go, you have now an up-to-date version of Ubuntu. And if you want to know what packages are installed, just type sudo apt list --installed and press enter. And there you go, there's your list of installed packages. Okay, thank you for watching through on this walkthrough, and in my next walkthrough we'll install WordPress. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my walkthrough, and for more walkthroughs please visit my website at howe.ToGaming.co.uk, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell.